How can you tell who's
All right.
host?
It said, when Mallory joined, it said Mallory is now the host.
Oh,
I'm now
I
the
don't
host.
see that on mine.
Okay, we're jumping right in because I'm starting a couple minutes late. So, welcome to today's class. The theme is Let's Get Lateral, which is based on the concept that we move so often in the sagittal plane, which is forward and back. So, thinking of things like biking and running and walking, you're all just moving forward and back. And we really need lateral movement, which is side to side, in order to get the stabilizer muscles to engage. So we'll be doing a lot of lateral movements today, and it's going to be very fun. So we're going to start in our glute bridge. So you can come onto your back. I'm still going to get used to this iPad thing. All right, we're going to come down onto our back into a glute bridge. Also, let me know if you can't hear me now that we're in this medium. Okay. So, pressing your low back into the mat. We can place our hands on our thighs here, lengthening our neck, our low back, kind of pressing the scapula down and firming those feet. So, remembering what we learned last week in grounding, our grounding class, really finding the floor with our feet. And we can start to squeeze the glutes here and lift up into our glute bridge. So really dialing the glutes up here, engaging them. So we can pretend that the ribs are kind of coming together here, so getting a little bit extra of that core engagement. And then we're going to heel toe that left foot to the middle and extend that right leg out straight. You're immediately going to feel that left leg start to fire up, and we're going to come to some abduction. So bringing that leg out to the side and back in. I like to keep my hands on my pelvis to make sure my hips are staying even. So though this isn't necessarily like a lateral movement side to side, we are literally moving in the lateral plane. So keeping that toe flex, we'll do 3 more. Ooh, 2, it's burning. Last one. Got that right foot can come down. We're gonna extend that left leg out straight, squeezing that right glute, and we'll do that lateral abduction on the left leg. Core is still engaged here. Good, we'll do 3 more. 3, and we're not for speed here, nice and slow. 2. Good, 1 more. You can bring the feet down, and then we're gonna come to some heel raises. So lifting and lowering the heels, so warming up the fascia and the feet. We're gonna be using the feet a lot today, so really wanna make sure they're engaged. So heel toe, or lifting the heels and lowering them. You really struggle with that? All right, we're gonna lower the hips down here and come into our core sequence. So hands behind your head, elbows are pointing up towards the ceiling here. Take a nice big inhale. On that exhale, we're gonna lift up off the shoulder blades. We're straightening out that left leg, pressing down with the low back, really squeezing off those shoulder blades, lowering that left leg and down. Inhale, exhale, and lift up. We're straightening out that right leg, flexing that toe in towards you. Foot down and lower. Inhale, exhale, and lift up. We're adding on. So left foot straightens, and then right arm reaches straight up above your shoulder. Good, right hand behind the head, left foot down and lower. Inhale, exhale. Good, right leg flexes towards you, left arm reaches straight up. Again, pressing that head back into your hand. Hand behind your head, bring that right foot down, inhale. All right, adding on, exhaling, lifting up. That left leg is straightening, right arm is reaching, and now the right arm is gonna come back behind you. So extend it out right by your ear. So arm goes back, pressing down with that core still.
hand behind your head, and down. On that next exhale, lifting up off those shoulder blades, left leg straight, or right leg comes up, left arm just straightens, can't talk, and then comes back by your ear. Whew, core is burning. Squeeze it up off those shoulder blades, hand behind your head, and down. All right, we're on our final 2 rounds here. So inhale, exhale, and lift up. That left leg straightens, right arm comes up, comes back towards your ear, and we're moving laterally. So that left leg comes out to the side while the right arm goes out to the right. Ooh. Holding, so we're a little off kilter here. That stomach really has to engage the deep core muscles. Good, back to center and down. Ooh, inhale, exhale, and lift up that right leg and left arm, bringing that arm back, and then now we're coming to our abduction to the side. That left arm is out to the left, squeezing up off those shoulder blades. Good, back to center and down. Last time on each side. Inhale, exhale, and lift up. Left leg, right arm, extending that right arm back. And if you want to do a couple in and out, you can do that, or you can just hold out to the side, depending what you're feeling. Ooh. Good, back to center. Last time, inhale. Exhale, lift up off those shoulder blades, right leg and left arm. Bringing that left arm back, and then we're moving out to the side each way. So again, you can come in and out if you want, or you can just hold out to the side. Good. Back to center and down. Whew. That was a core burner. All right. Take a second. Feel free to grab some water if you need, and then we're going to hop right into our interval. So today our interval is 30. McKenna, did you mean to FaceTime me? Twice?
No, I didn't mean to do that.
Just confirming that there wasn't something you needed to.
My brother called me, and then there was a snafu while I was in working out. It just was a lot.
I'm glad we figured it out. All right, so our interval today is 30 seconds of one exercise, 30 seconds of another exercise. For the most part, those will be the same exercise, just on different sides. And then 45 seconds of a more high intensity exercise that's just like one-dimensional. So for our first exercise, we're going to be doing a curtsey lunge to a abductor lift. So we'll start, for example, here on our right leg. So coming to that curtsey lunge, and then here we're coming to that abduction, curtsey lunge into abduction. And then we'll do the other side for the next 30 seconds. And our 45-second exercise is skaters. So you can, again, just kind of step back and forth, or you can come all the way down to tapping the floor, or you can just make this more of an active jumping side to side movement. There's a bunch of different options. So just moving laterally back and forth on your mat. So bunch of options here. All right, we're gonna start with our curtsey lunge to leg abduction for 30 seconds. Starting in 3, 2, 1. You can start on either leg. We're gonna do both of them here. So again, keeping that pelvis neutral, we're stepping behind, and then flexing that toe, lifting out to the side. So notice that my pelvis isn't pitching here. I'm really trying to keep it engaged and neutral. All right, 3, 2, 1 to the other side, stepping that other foot behind and extending. So finding some of that, so you can see this is not an area we would work just running and walking. You need that lateral movement to get into your glute med and into really the hip stabilizers. All right, coming to those skaters in 3, 2, 1. So you can find any version of the skaters you want. Yeah, I'll go in front of you. So you can tap the ground,
you can do more of just a high skater, really choosing whatever works best for you here. I kind of like the high ones where I really push off each way. So your choice here, 45 seconds. So you can feel all of those muscles on the side of your legs really firing up, your abductors, my glute med. Actually, even my adductors too are working extra hard here. Good, 3, 2, 1, 15 seconds off. We'll go back into our curtsey lunge, into our leg abduction, starting on either side in 3, 2, 1. So back into more of that strength, the lateral movement. I'm heating up fast. Core is engaged here, neutral pelvis. You can even put your one hand on the front and one hand on the back if you want a little extra stability. Good, 3, 2, 1. Switching to the other side, stepping behind and coming to our lateral abduction. Good. So these are the muscles that are going to help us do those forward and backward movements, but that we often forget when we're actually in those dynamic movements like running and walking. 3, 2, 1. We're back to those skaters. So choosing what skater you want. Again, you can tap the ground if that feels good, or you can just push off. You can also just use one leg, so you can bring one leg behind and not actually touch the ground. World is your oyster. You can speed it up. You can slow it down. Anything you want here. I'm gonna speed it up for fun. Good, almost there. 3, 2, 1. Nice, relax. Feel free to grab some water. We'll go into our next exercises. So our first exercise here is a dolphin with abduction. So we'll be in our dolphin position, which I think we all know at this point. So palms down, lifting up, extending out to the side and back in. Oh, it's gonna be hard. So 30 seconds on one side, 30 seconds on the other side. So a full minute in our dolphin. We got this. And then our second exercise is squat walk. So if you have a band, I'm gonna wear a band for this, but obviously you can do it without a band too. But you'll be sitting back and down into a squat and then laterally stepping side to side on your mat. So tapping, staying low here. Notice that I'm not pitching my pelvis, but staying low in that lateral squat walk. Questions? All right, let's do it. Starting with that dolphin with our abduction. So 30 seconds with one leg raised, 30 seconds on the other side. We'll start in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So finding that dolphin, we'll start with our left leg and then abducting out and in. So really pressing out of those forearms. We're gonna heat up real fast here. Good, 3, 2, 1, switch to the other side. Trying to keep that neutral pelvis the whole time, squeezing the core. Whew, almost there. 10 seconds. Good. 3, 2, 1. Standing right up into the squat walk. So if you want a band, feel free. Good, but we're staying low here and laterally moving along your mat or the floor. And notice that, you know, I'm not falling forward. So this can be pretty upright if that feels better, or you can sit back and down more, your choice. Good, squeezing the glutes here. Good, 3, 2, 1, 15 seconds off. We'll go back into our dolphin, to our abduction. That was very hard. All right, starting in 3, 2, 1, finding that dolphin position, left leg lifts. Finding that strength in your upper back and your glutes. So dolphin is especially good because you're basically having to stay stable all over and just that leg is moving. So you're really getting into those stabilizer muscles. Good, switch to the other side, right leg lifts. Checking in on your pelvis here. Good, 10 seconds left. Last time here. You got this, Ryan. Good, 3, 2, 1. Right into those squat walks. So moving back and forth, I guess I'll do a band this time. Staying low in that squat. Wakey, wakey. Good, halfway here. Maybe seeing if you can hinge those hips just a bit further back. You can even put your hands really to push that pelvis into neutral. Good, 3, 2, 1, relax. Nice job. Feel free to grab some water. 2 rounds down, 3 to go. How's everyone feeling? Good? All right, next up, we are, our first exercise is plank abduction. So we can be in a plank. You can be actually in any version of a plank you want. So you can be up here in a plank and then lifting and abducting. You can be on your knees like that, or you can be down on your forearms abducting. So we'll be on one leg for 30 seconds and then the other leg. It's gonna be hard, so give yourself grace if you wanna start on your knees, that's fine. This is a challenging one. And then our 45-second exercise will be side lunges to a jumping jack. So you'll come into that side lunge to the middle, jumping jack, out to the other side. Again, you can always modify and do it stepping to take out that impact. World is your oyster. Everyone knows that I love my side lunges, so let's do it. So we're in that plank position, any plank position that feels best for you. In fact, I think I'm gonna start on my knees and then up it if I really want to. So we'll start in 3, 2, 1. So if you want to be in any version of a plank position, core engaged, you can do this. So it's not, you're still in a modified plank. You're not in bird dog or anything. The knees are back behind your hips here if you're in a plank. Or you can be up on both toes. Good. Keeping a neutral neck. And we're switching to the other side here. So we're still in that plank position, whatever that looks like for you. Heating up the core and the glutes and the upper back. You're trying to look at what we're doing next?
No.
Ryan's trying to cheat everyone. All right, getting ready to go into those side lunges. And 3, 2, 1, we're standing up. So side lunge on one side, coming to the middle, jumping jack, side lunge on the other side.
I will not be jumping.
No, that's fine. Again, you can always take out the jump and just modify. Or you can just take out the jumping jack altogether like Ryan. Your choice. Good. Again, getting those inner thighs, the adductors to fire up and stabilize you here. Hinging those hips back. Good. 3, 2, 1. Coming down, repeating that one more time. So we're in that plank position. If last time felt too hard, too easy, modify as needed. We're starting in 3, 2, 1. So you can be on your forearms. You can be on your hands. Why would you choose the opposite leg as me so we just hit each other? Keeping everything stable here. Good. Switch to the other side, 30 seconds. Relaxing the shoulder blades down your back. Nice, almost there. Good. 3, 2, 1. Standing up for those side lunges to jumping jack. So choosing your level here, you can take out the jumping jack. You can leave it in as long as you're hinging those hips back. The knees aren't coming over the ankle. Good, 15 seconds left. And really try to push off that foot. You'll get a little extra here. Pushing off that bent foot. 3, 2, 1, relax. All right. Final 2 to go, and everyone's gonna love this one. So our first exercise is a airplane to hip abduction. So we'll find our hip bones. We'll basically come into a one-leg deadlift, so hinging forward. And then when you come up, we're finding that hip abduction. So hinging forward. So again, we're kind of finding both that sagittal plane and then our lateral plane. So finding both here, and then we'll switch to the other side. And then, no one's gonna love this one though. We're in bear crawl. So finding that hover, so tucking the toes, and we're laterally moving side to side here. Everything's gonna be very fired up for that one. Take as many breaks as you need in order to continue that for 45 seconds. All right, let's do it. So we're coming into our airplane to hip abduction in 3, 2, 1. So I'm starting with my left leg, hinging forward, finding that balance, and then extending out to the side. We're hinging forward over that front hip. So finding a lot of control here in both of these movements. You can even put one hand on your stomach, one on your back if that helps. Finding that control. 3, 2, 1. Other side, hinging forward, and then coming to that abduction. Very serene movement. Good, 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. We're coming right down into that bear crawl, so finding that hover position. So knees are just inches, and I'll do it back here. But you're going back and forth. I can't demo because Ryan's doing it right here, but you can watch Ryan. Knees are hovered a couple inches above the mat. Using that same muscles you've been using to stabilize you. Good, 15 seconds. Still relaxing those shoulder blades. Good, 3, 2, 1, 15 seconds off. We're back into that airplane, into abduction. In 3, 2, 1, hinging forward over that front knee and then finding that abduction. And again, you can slow this down too if you want to see if you can really sustain this at a slower pace and really getting all of those different glute muscles fired up to help you. 3, 2, 1, switching to the other leg. I again really like to keep my hand on my pelvis. Otherwise, I totally pitch it the whole time. Nice, getting ready for that last round of our bear crawl here in 3, 2, 1, finding that hovering table and then walking. So not letting this go into your lower back, really keeping everything fired up here. It's hard not to be honest. Gotta keep everything fired up the whole time. More than halfway. Good, 3, 2, 1. All right, final round here. Stop. All right, so for this final round, our first exercise will be kind of similar to our core movement, except from bird dog. So Ryan's trying to cheat again by looking. All right, so we're in that quadruped and we'll extend the right arm and the left leg, and then you're gonna move them out to the side and back in. Does that make sense? Let me move to the center. So my right arm is out here, my left leg, and I'm moving it to the side and back in. So that lateral movement from our centered position. And again, same options as in the core. You can hold it out to the side if you want, or you can move it in and out. But you'll be there for 30 seconds. And then our 45-second is my favorite move, the Sashays, saved best for last. So you can touch the ground if you want, but we're kind of just leaping, sashaying back and forth. I've been told this isn't called a sashay, but I don't really care. So it's just kind of a lovely leap side to side. Again, this can be more of a walk side to side, can be more of a jump, your choice. Feel good? We're almost there. All right, so we're starting with those bird dogs. I'm gonna move back here so I don't hit anything. That's what happens when you have a TV stand so close to you. All right, so let's start with that right arm and left leg extended in 3, 2, 1. So right arm, left leg, and you can move them out to the side and hold, or you can bring them in and out. I'm gonna hold. So checking in on the core, the low back, the neck. So you can see you're off kilter here a bit and you're having to really engage some muscles that you maybe wouldn't normally have to stabilize. Good, 3, 2, 1, switching to the other side. And then again, that pelvis. We tend to really tilt our pelvis in this position, check in where that is. Ooh. Ooh. Good, 3, 2, 1, right into those sashays, my favorite. So sashaying down and back. I'm gonna go this way so that I don't hit Ryan. Alternately called side shuffles. I like sashay better. Ryan hates it. So again, finding some of that same strength you did in your skaters. I'm touching the ground, you don't have to. You can keep your hand on your pelvis the whole time. Come on, Ryan.
I don't jump.
You're not jumping.
I am.
Well, then do something else. Good, 3, 2, 1, 15 seconds off. We'll go back to our bird dog. Last time. Whew. All right, 3, 2, 1. We'll extend right arm, left leg. So you can hold or you can do in and out, up to you. Wherever you are, finding that control. Neutral spine here, not letting the back arch. 3, 2, 1, switch to the other side. Right leg, left arm. Good, 15 seconds. Three, 2, let's sashay to the end. Let's go, let's go. Find your version of joyful movement today.
This is a lot.
I'm having a blast. Good, 30 seconds left. Final little push here. This reminds me of my basketball drills. Good, 15 seconds. McKenna, does this remind you of volleyball? Maybe not. I feel like you're lower in volleyball. You don't have to answer that. 3, 2, 1. Jazz hands, jazz hands. Oh, we did it. Oh, mother of pearly whirl. That was tiring. All right, we are gonna do one earthquake to end. Has nothing to do with lateral movement, but I just like the earthquake, so welcome. I'm gonna grab a sip of water first. Because Ryan's here and he hates earthquakes, you also have an option of doing a plank for this minute, up to you. Yeah, I know Ryan wouldn't want to do the earthquake. All right, so if you're in that earthquake, you can bring those legs either bent or out straight in front of you. Finding that good posture, so tucking in the ribs, relaxing the shoulders, backing down. Every 10 seconds, we'll drop down an inch, bringing those arms out in front of you. 3, 2, 1. So finding that tilting point where you start to really feel the core light up here. Good, drop down an inch. Don't let the neck drop too much. Really try to find that neutral position. Good. Drop down an inch. You're going to immediately try to feel your lower back try to compensate. Really try to get into those deep core muscles. Drop down an inch. You got this. More than halfway here. Good. Drop down an inch. Last little core push. Final 10 seconds. Drop down an inch. Good. 3, 2, 1. You made it. All right. Take a second and then we'll start to do some stretches. So you can find cross-legged here. And then start to find that good posture as much as you can. So stacking the skull above your shoulder blades, above your hips. And we'll just start with some shoulder rolls to release some of that tension in our upper back and our chest. But try to keep the pelvis even here so you're not moving the pelvis all around. Freeing up some of that fascia.
Okay, Laura.
All right, come to goal post here and we'll do the same thing. This is gonna be a way smaller movement. So we're moving from the center rather than from your elbows. So small movement. I'm really using my sternum to decide how far I go. It's not my elbows pulling me. In fact, you could be here and you should be able to do the same thing as in goal post. All right, bringing our left leg out in front of us, crossing that right leg over. You can find a small twist if you want here, or you can start to bring that leg in a little bit more if you want more of a glute stretch. So your choice here if you want to bring that right knee in, or if you want to find a little tiny twist. Don't feel like you have to like look towards the back, finding whatever works best for you here. Ryan, we're gonna do that stretch in a little bit.
Cool. Meet you there.
Good. We'll switch to the other side. So that right leg comes out, left leg comes over. You can find a little bit of a twist here, or you can start to hug that left leg in.
No.
This is a very vulnerable position for your foot.
Stretch. Stop.
I think I'm amusing. All right, coming back to our cross-legged, finding that spine. We're gonna walk our hands forward in front of our knees, and we're gonna kind of do a modified cat-cow. So dropping the neck and puffing up the back here, so fingertips are on the ground, and then pulling through and extending through that chest. So pushing the shoulder blades up and back, and then pulling through and getting that opening. But we're not like trying to look up or anything. We're still trying to keep that neutral spine, but just I'm kind of like dragging my fingers back. Releasing some of that tension in your upper back. And you can see what this feels like. Maybe you want to try doing the same thing, but towards like in front of your left knee. You may get some more opening in the side. And then I'm going to switch to the other side. All right, we're going to find our way onto our back for our figure 4 stretch. So that right leg comes over the left. You can stay on the ground if that feels good. If you want a little bit extra, see if you can pull that knee in without grabbing it. So using some more of strength and core to basically control this movement and your mobility. So getting that opening in our glute. We did a lot of glute today and all those lateral movements. And then we'll switch to the other side, that left leg over our right leg. And bringing that knee in. You could also keep it on the ground if that feels better. All right, final stretch today. We're gonna come on our side with both knees kind of tucked in towards you. And you're gonna bring both arms over to, I'm on my right shoulder. So both arms are on top of each other. And we're gonna do it, it's called open the book. So we're opening up our chest and then we're closing it again. And you're gonna follow your hand with your eyes. So we're opening up that chest and then closing it again. We'll just do like 5 to 7 on each side, depending how slow you want to go. So really opening up that chest, squeezing the shoulder blade down your back. We'll do one more. Good, and then switch to the other side. So those knees hug in, those arms are in front of you or on top of your boyfriend alternately. And we're opening up that top hand, opening up the chest. The eyes are following the hand until it gets too far, and then back in. Oh, this feels so nice, especially when you're hunched over a computer all day. All right, last one. Good, all right. You can come up to sitting and we'll close out. So hopefully that felt good for everyone. I'm gonna stop recording.